What's going on, guys? My name is Rumble Skrash. In today's video I'm gonna be talking about the Dex team. So basically the Dex team is a team that I think I have underrated a lot during this time. I mean, not a lot because it only has been good now with the release of PP Cavendish and units like that and B3 Zoro too. But today we're gonna be talking about a variation without B3 Zoro, and it's gonna be using this Blackbeard. But I do think that I have underrated a little bit the Dex team, and I'm going to be showcasing that in this video. Now we're going to be going up against the full meta quick team, so obviously I do not think that Dex is better than the full meta quick team, but we're going to be talking about some possible things that you can do to go up against them with Dex team. Now, this team, for example, I do think that it can beat the quick team without versus Akaino and stuff like that. So it can do pretty cool stuff against these meta teams. And I do think that there's also some possible variation to maybe possibly beat some side teams. So I do think that the Dex team is quite up there with some teams, mostly on defense, because if you make your quick team really tanky, you can stall out some of the meta teams if they don't have the units completely powered up and leveled up. So yes, I do think that the Dex team is a very strong option both in attacking teams and defense teams. But in this team, in this video, we're gonna be talking about this variation of the Dex team, which is a little bit weird. I recognize I'm not using Legend Kit because I was using Legend Kit and then and both Legend Kit and Bartolomeo, but I did notice that basically they did very similar stuff, and basically Bartolomeo costs less, and I wanted to use Blackbeard and a nuke, and I'm gonna be explaining that in a moment. But basically the special of Blackbeard, I have already showcased that in one of my videos, is very strong. It's very important to go up against the quick team. We basically want the Blackbeard to activate. If our Blackbeard does not activate, probably we're gonna lose, so that is a possibility. I have also done some other possible teams which use some kind of sneaky trick with a Stampede Usopp. I, I hope you guys are familiar with what I do with Stampede Usopp, which is put him in the main team so that we have a little bit of special city up. Then when he dies, our Blackbeard comes in max. But I have done some variation in a Dex team. I posted a video using versus Ace and stuff like that, but I have also thought about a Dex team. And I'm gonna be probably posting a video about that in the future with some other defense teams that I have thought about. But in this video I'm gonna be using Blackbeard in the main team, which can be a little bit scary, but we have a lot of defense with this with this Cavendish being one of the main units in the Dex team, giving us defense up level 4 and guard up level 5, which is really nice. And then, well, critical down, it's not that essential, but Bartolomeo and Komurasaki giving both each of them defense up level 2, and you guys all know how good Rayleigh is. Plus, with the passive of Blackbeard, we get a little bit of HP to Dex, which is not bad. So we're gonna be going with that, and then we want special of Blackbeard to activate, massively take out a lot of health of the quick units, and then debuff their defense and possibly dealing on them on the finishing blows with either Cavendish, Bartolomeo, Komurasaki, or with the Kaido that's gonna be entering from the bench, which is normally the unit that's gonna be killing the units. So you could use, for example, instead of Kaido, versus Ace too. I do think that it works too. The only problem is that sometimes when versus Ace enters from the bench, he's not under the 60% if he activates right away. If he waits a little bit to activate, then probably he's gonna get under 60% because he's not getting buffed by the defense apart from Rayleigh. But well, I do prefer in this case to use Kaido, but you can use versus Ace too if you don't have him. So if you don't have Kaido, I mean. And then we have an 8-man team with Soul Mask and Blackbeard. We could use, for example, a different variation using Legend Kid, for example, instead of maybe either Komurasaki or Bartolomeo, but then we would have to run a 7-man team, and I do think that I like this variation a little bit more. So we're gonna, without further ado, let's actually start with these matches. So here we're gonna start. I'm sorry that I am starting in the second match of the gem, but I finish it like that because I was testing teams and I do not really want to spend another gem with before starting. So yeah, here we're gonna have a first quick team. It does not have the best bench, but it's gonna serve to showcase purposes, to show how it works, the defense team against a quick team. And keep in mind that it's a full meta quick team, so and we do not actually want to prove that the dex team is better than the quick team. It's just a way to show how good it will perform. It can perform some variations of the dex team against a full meta quick team, so that you can see that the meta is not that unbalanced right now. We have the quick team, we have the side team, and we have the dex team, and all of these teams perform really well. And with some variations to each of the teams, you might be even manage to get the win against all of them. So it's really interesting, the meta. I do think that I do think that in the near future, with the release of some other uh, quick units, we're gonna be having a little bit more trouble to beat those teams. But for the moment, we are doing quite fine. I do think that with the release of Magellan and Anniversary Luffy, things are gonna change, but we're gonna see also some new units and new meta with, for example, the in team. And because we're going to be getting some new units, the side team is going to be getting a lot of love. Unfortunately, the dex team is not really going to be getting a lot of new units apart from Anniversary Law, but I do think that it will still hold a little bit against this quick meta. So here we have the special of Blackbeard. As you can see, we took a lot of health from the enemy units and a lot of defense, and then we're gonna have to tank the special of Kaido. Unfortunately, we lose some units, but hopefully our solo mass will come in max from the bench, allowing us to give a lot of defense once Disraeli dies, as it happened right now. We have a fully max solo mass, which will hopefully be getting the second activation. I mean, so basically the two activations of the special. Unfortunately, he misses, so that's not ideal. So let's see if we can get the special of the Kaido, and then we would be pretty okay. It's true that they have a lot of defense. It was unfortunate that our Solmas actually missed, but we're gonna be able to use the defense down from the timer, so that would allow us to do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the enemy Kaido will get to activate and will kill a lot of our units, but the good thing is that they do not really have the max specials. And even though we had some bad RNG with that double special of solo mask and stuff, we still managed to get the win. So I do think that is a pretty cool thing, considering we are using a dex team, full dex team, except for the Kaido in the bench, against a full meta quick team. And yes, it's true that if this team quick team had the full meta quick team with the bench units and stuff like that, we would probably have lost this match. But as a first showcase, and also considering that we had some bad RNG with some targetings of specials, we still were pretty okay. So let's actually see the second match. So we got a win. We're gonna be trying to find some other quick teams. So let's see this first one. I think this first one is actually a little bit better, but I do think that for the combat power, yeah, some unit is actually kind of low on stats. So let's try to find a better quick team. Okay, this is a B3 Kuzan variation of the quick team, and it's actually against Sang Melee, which I actually have talked a little bit on Discord. He's from Just Corp, so shout out to those guys. It's actually funny that I found him. I do not think he's really high rank right now because it's block B, so it's a nice coincidence. Maybe we're gonna be getting him a defensive win, but well, it's for for the purpose of testing teams. So let's see. So it, as I was saying, it is a B3 Kuzan variation. It can be a little scary because they have an extra damaging unit, but at the same time they do not have the special city up, so maybe we can manage to tank a little bit better. It was really good because it's always really nice when we get the versus Akaino first and then Kaido, because this means that we're going to be able to tank the special of Kaido much better, and also the special of B3 Kuzan and Queen. So let's actually see. It's really unfortunate that our Blackbeard is actually at on the main line, because yes, he's getting targeted a lot, even though he was in a spot where he should be more defended. That is bad RNG, and we're gonna lose this match pretty soon because our Blackbeard did not get to activate. So unfortunately, it can happen, but well, we're gonna be giving Zhang a defensive win, which is nice for him. I mean, I was just testing teams, but I also wanted to try against the B3 Kuzan. It's unfortunate that this kind of bad RNG things happen, and a unit that you have defended because of an activation of an enemy special gets put on the front, so he eats all of the specials. Unfortunately, even though we had defense up level 10, he barely died, and he would have activated soon, so it's a little bit unfortunate. But let's see if we can do actually something against them or not. I mean, it's a really strong team, so I do not think we have a lot of possibilities, but well, maybe if we get a special of PP Whitebeard and then Kaido, we could do some stuff, because we are also entering on the last seconds of the match, so they are losing on a lot of defense, and here they will lose on more defense even. We are gonna special bind both B3 versus Akaino and Queen, so for a lot of seconds we don't have to worry about that. We are even gonna kill Kaido and stuff like that, so we never know, we might still get a W even though our Blackbeard died. But well, I mean, I would not say so, because Kaku massively debuffs the defense of our units, but well, we're gonna have to see. In terms of specials, we should worry now about the enemy Soul Mask and the enemy PvP Whitebeard, but maybe we get some to nuke here some unit. We know Kaku, unfortunately it's not the best unit we could have got the nuke against, and yes, we lose this. We will get now the special of PvP Whitebeard, killing 3 units. It's a little bit of a interesting match, because now the enemy Queen is gonna activate, killing probably some units, and we're gonna lose on time. But well, it was actually a really close match, and it also serves as a purpose of showing that even if your Blackbeard doesn't activate, a fully max quick team can even time them out. So if that had been the opposite, if my team was on the defense and that team fully stacked, fully max quick team was on the attacking end, it would have lost. So it's a pretty interesting thing. Unfortunately, yes, we were almost about to kill them, but it was really hard considering our Blackbeard had not activated. But well, let's see actually the third match. I'm pretty happy also with the result of this second match, because it showed that you can even time out a full meta quick team. So let's actually see what we can do and what team we can find. So it would be nice if we could get another activation of Blackbeard. So let's see, here we have a PP Whitebeard on the bench and a Queen. It's not the full, it does not have 3 PvP limited records on the bench, but it has Queen also, and in the starting team it's using I think it's the Zoro, and I do think it's using and it's using Bellamy and B3 Kuzan, so that is quite a scary team. But let's see what we can do. I think against this particular variation, I think it's the most scary one, because they are gonna get the defense down from Bellamy, but at the same time they do have the special CTF, and they have the extra damaging special of B3 Kuzan, and as our team is kind of slow, in terms of getting the defense and getting all the specials and the damage. Against other variations, that quick team would struggle a little bit, but against this one, it's doing pretty okay. I didn't actually check that was against that particular variation, so our Blackbeard died, but well, that's a little bit unfortunate, to be honest. But well, let's see what we can actually do. I think I'm gonna be probably I'm gonna lose this match, but I think I'm gonna be trying to do another match and seeing if I can actually find a team that where my Blackbeard can activate, because this has been a little bit unfortunate. Let's see. So here we're gonna actually be dealing quite a lot of damage, and here with PP Whitebeard we will be dealing even more damage. So let's see what we can do. Here PP Whitebeard will activate, and we will target actually a lot of their units. Well, not to say all of them. So we kill a Kaino, that's really good. And well, it was unfortunate that our Rayleigh died, because now we're gonna be losing probably here. So well, we don't lose any units, but we're close to losing, to be honest, because yes, they will get PP Whitebeard special, and it's pretty much GG. So well, yeah, this is over. So yeah, this match wasn't I didn't check that it was, I think it's the worst combination to go up against if you're using Dex. That is really strong, and I do think that the Dex team, if you're using the Blackbeard in the main team, can struggle a lot with that. So against this variation, I do think it's better to use, for example, that thing that I was saying of a Stampede Usopp or something like that, or maybe the Dex team with its full tanky version. But well, it was my fault not to check before attacking, so I'm gonna be doing another match, and hopefully we can get a W. So that would be pretty nice, getting 2 wins and 2 losses. But one of the losses actually showcased that that team can also get a win in defense teams, timing the quick team out. So that was pretty nice. So let's actually see what we can do and what we can find. So I actually managed to find a fully maxed quick team. It is against a little bit weird variation. Well, not weird, it does have Stasi. So if you see that the enemy team has a Stasi in it, probably it's good to attack it with a Dex team, because you don't really care if the enemy team has really high defense at the very start. So, and once the first 30-second pass, well, Stasi is just a Dex, a dead unit. So, well, I mean, it's actually a good idea if you see a Stasi in the enemy quick team to go up against it with with a Dex team. Sorry. So I actually decided also to use Blackbeard in the 5th spot instead of the first one. It's very similar, but maybe that could help in order to make him survive until he activates, because I saw that he was getting into the front a lot of the times. So it's good that the enemy versus Akainu activated before the enemy Kaido. And let's see now what happens. As you can see, Stasi is already a dead unit, it's doing nothing. And yeah, well, actually our the enemy Kaido misses, so we get the full special of Blackbeard. And as you can see, we have already a lot going for us. So here we're gonna see the special of Bartolomeo, which is already gonna be dealing significant damage. Not enough to kill any units yet, but now well, actually the special of Rayleigh does not activate, which would have been really cool, which because we would have killed a lot of their units. But well, it's not a big problem. We have a lot of defense to tank any of the specials. And yeah, it's actually the special of Komurasaki that I think is gonna, well, maybe it's gonna kill Ivankov if he gets targeted. So yeah, he kills Ivankov and Stasi. So now with the activation of Rayleigh, we should be getting versus Akainu and Kaido really close to dying. And yeah, so let's see. The Cavendish will target the Bellamy, and now we will get a special of Rayleigh, which will kill Bellamy and probably versus Akainu. Let's see. Okay, he misses. It's not a big problem. We get a lot of defense, so it's not a big problem. We're gonna have to probably now tank the special up versus Akainu, but we should be able to do it. Maybe our Blackbeard dies, but it's not a big problem. We get a special of Kaido now, and we are okay. And we did a lot of damage to them, and they do not have really a lot going for them. We killed the queen, and this is pretty much GG. Even though they have Kaku, which deals a lot of damage to decks, we already won. We only lost one unit. Probably maybe now we're gonna lose some other. Okay, no. Oh, because yeah, he does not benefit from the defense zone. Okay, so that's it. As you guys saw, this was a pretty good result against fully max quick team because we were using the Dex team with Blackbeard, and Blackbeard actually got to activate, so I'm pretty happy that I got to showcase another of these. So but that is gonna be it for today's matches, and I'm gonna be showing you now some screenshots of results of matches that I have been testing with this team. I was testing the variation with Blackbeard on the first spot instead of the fifth one, but well, it does really similar stuff, and yeah. Here you can see the variation of the Dex team with Legend Kit instead of Bartolomeo, and it's working pretty well too against a fully max quick team with Tesoro and Stasi. Here the same with Kit against a fully max quick team, and again against a fully max quick team, again with Stasi, but this one didn't have Stasi. Another fully max version, this time it's the version that I was saying. I think it's the scariest one, but you can still get a win against them. And here against another quick team. In this one, as you can see here in both of these, we were using versus ace in the bench, so that could make a little bit of difference, but it's really similar. This one was really close, even though they didn't have a PP Whitebird. And here we have our variation without Legend Kit, so with Bartolomeo. And here, as you can see, we get a win against this team. We get another win against B3 Kuzan variation. We get a win against a Tesoro variation and fully max team with PP Whitebeard on the bench. And we actually can lose again, as even though it was kind of close, we can lose. And here with another loss, but it was really close. And yeah, well, I hope all these match results and videos and the matches that I have done live represent a little bit the Dex team, but I do think that the Dex team is actually a really underrated team, and it can do really cool stuff, as you guys have seen. So yeah. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the Dex team, and if you have thought about some possibilities that you could use to go up against Squeak. I do think that this is the one that I have found that works the best, probably, but I do think that there's other variations like the Legend Kit one that I showed in the screenshots, or matches like that. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think, and if you have thought about some other different variation. I do like also Stampede Frankie, and I do think that he could have a role here in somewhere. But yeah, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.